This is Fardels. This is a example social network built using secret network. So the idea is essentially to be a demonstration of how we could use something like secret network to allow people to post messages up to the network, allow other people to follow other people's posts, and then also use the network as a way to share some piece of information that would cost a little bit of secret coin to access. So basically, the idea is that people post something where they have a public message, and then inside they have the contents, and they could publish whatever it is they want. They could just write some text in there. They can also create a link to an IPFS file, or they could also have information about how to decrypt it. And then they give it a small amount of money to unpack it. And then the idea is that a lot of other people can unpack it, rate it, upvote it, or downvote it, or comment on it, and so on. So the idea is that these are supposed to be items of small value, so it's not required that it be something that's on the blockchain, but it could be if you wanted to. So the idea here is that you have a website where you can explore other people's handles. So there is one handle in here already. So Zook Axinekal, we'll search for it, and you will see here that this user, which is not the user that I have currently logged into through my Kepler wallet, has 3 of the Fardels available. The one here at the bottom has no votes. It was brought up, on March 28th, has a date, and it has a price of 1 secret. And then this one, it says that it's a wiki page on IPFS, and it's 1.5, and here's the Fardels logo, and it's 2 secret. So the idea is that as a user, you can look at these, you can look at the description, you can decide whether or not to unpack it. Now, before we unpack anything, let's first go in and log in with our user. So we've connected through the Kepler wallet so that it knows that we're attached to Kepler, but in order to view our own items, we also need to additionally log in with our viewing key. So let's go to my profile. In this case, we're starting out without any kind of handle yet or viewing key. So let's create a handle Darwin0, and I'll say I'm a secret network dev, and then I'm going to just save my profile. Then what happens is you'll see it opens up the Kepler wallet. You can approve it. And then let's also set the viewing key. Right now, these are separate operations, could easily be combined in some way. And then at this point, we have a viewing key and we have a handle associated with this secret account. So let's log in. We enter in our viewing key, and I'll say log in, and you will see here that now it pops up with the handle here. Now you could change the handle if you want to. It's not going to change kind of what information you've uploaded from your account. It just changes the public handle that people use to search for your account. So let's go back here to Zook Axinekal, and you'll see that in fact now this account, Darwin0, that we've logged in, actually has already unpacked this one. So you'll see that it changed to be a OpenEye, and you can actually view it. And we view it, it just says the contents, and it says here is a secret. Now I could choose to upvote it or downvote it. I think that's a great secret. So I upvote it, and I have to pay a little bit to do that, and with gas, and it does it. And then we close this. And right now you'd need to reload the page, but you can see here that there's 1 thumbs up now. So that's associated with the account. Now, let's say we want to unpack a new one. So if we unpack this one costs 1.5 secret. You'll see that it's going to unpack it, and we say, well, actually, before I do this, let me real quickly show you. If I open up my account here, you'll see here in holodeck 2, I've got 193.44 secret. Okay. So if I go to unpack this, I'm going to approve it. Right now it doesn't really give an indicator, but you can see if I reload it, you see now I can view it. If I go in, you'll see here, here is a secret that will persist on the decentralized web, and if I click on it, it's an IPFS link to a wiki page. I could also upvote this one if I wanted to. So that's great. And also, if we pop up here and look at our wallet again, you'll see that, in fact, now we only have 191.89 because we've actually transferred the 1.5 secret over to the other user. All right. So we have no Fardels of our own. So let's go ahead and create one. So we click on carry new. It's like you're carrying your Fardel. Fardel is an old word for like a package or something, or a bundle that you carry. And so that's where the name came from. But let's say, we want to update, I don't know, we'll make my Fardel. It's not really very descriptive. You would want to put something more descriptive in there, but you could say, this is what's inside. And you see, you can just put something in contents. You could put these other things. The idea here was just a simple way to put a passphrase. For example, if you put a GPG encrypted file on IPFS, you would put the passphrase and you might include the instructions on how to do that here. And then you just give it the number of secret that you want. And right now it's just limited to 5 because the whole idea of this thing was that it was going to be something that was, things of small value, no low risk, sort of not like, not non-fungible tokens or anything like that, but just like little things that you want to share and publish and potentially sell to others. And if they're popular, then they'll get upvoted and other people will end up buying them. So anyway, so you click on carry here, and you'll see here that we're going to push it up. And now, if we would go back to explore here, you'll see this is mine. And you'll see, go to my Fardels, and you'll see that actually, in fact, it's already opened for me because it's already unpacked because I'm in the same account. And I can view what I just posted up, and this is what's inside, and that sort of thing. So we can go back to Zook Axinacle, and you can see, let's unpack this very last one just to give you a demonstration of how it might look if you want to share something that's encrypted on IPFS. So we've done that. There, okay, it just took a little bit of time. And now we view it. You'll see here that in the instructions, it says this file can be decrypted with the passphrase below with the command gpg-d and so on. Now, obviously, this could be extended with all kinds of other things. You could use different kinds of chips to indicate what's inside or not to help sort of help a user decide if this is something of value. And of course, if this is a social network where people start getting upvotes, because they're providing content that people do want to buy, then that becomes sort of a kind of social capital that will make people want to purchase the things. But the idea is that these are supposed to be small little items, and so you can create a social network around these small little items, and really it's meant to be a proof of concept of what you could do in this space once you've got encrypted data on a smart contract network, because obviously there has been talk about doing decentralized social networks for a long time, ever since we've had smart contracts. But the fact that you can't even do things like have a private follow list, what makes it really difficult to do that. Oh, that reminds me, one other feature that is implemented is the follow button. So yeah, you could follow this person, and what that does is it just goes here into a list and gets stored in the back. And this is sort of all that I've been managed in the time to implement, but as you can imagine, there's many, many more features, and I wanted to use this as just kind of a proof of concept. And it could also be brought together with some of the other ideas that are being talked about in the secret network community, for example, around secret markets and that kind of thing. All right, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'd be happy to get your comments. The GitHub repository is available. You can take a look at all of the code, and I'm happy to get feedback from anybody. Thanks.